Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and I was always told I had a voice radio, so today I'm going to be sharing some news. And, well, it's better news if you live in Japan, who at this stage I think are actively mocking us. But there's still good news if you live outside of Japan, US, Europe, etc. So, let's start off with what is probably the biggest news of the past few days. News that just dropped over the past couple of hours, really, while I was asleep. According to @AutobotTesla on Twitter, he has shown us images of a Toys R Us set, which is coming out exclusively in Japan, for the moment, on November the 10th of this year, which you'll notice is not very far away at all. Now, you can see here that it does actually include the Solgaleo and Lunala deck, the one we've been talking about lately. Now, this is really important because this is the deck that actually gives us both the Solgaleo GX, which was a really ridiculously good recently 5 WOSI card, and there's a new Cynthia card we talked about yesterday, which again is a ridiculously good new 5 WOSI card. I mean, a reprint of Professor Oak's new theory, but a new card in that we've never had Cynthia before. But there are 4 other cards coming in this particular set we need to look at. Now, of course, you can see you get a whole bunch of stuff here, a GX marker, a Cosmog coin, some damage counters, whole bunch of booster packs, etc. But there are some new cards coming as well. And here's where Japan are mocking us. They are getting an alternate art Tapu Lele. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That Psychic Tapu Lele that we've been desperately waiting for outside of Japan, that is coming in a pin collection at some point in the future, but nobody knows when. As a side note, I don't think it's been cancelled. I don't think it's being banned. I just think we've got to wait a little while longer. Now, we're still waiting for it, and the reason it's so good, and I'm going to be quick, because I've mentioned it on a few videos lately. I'll stick a link in the description if you want to learn more about it. But for a Psychic and a Colourless Energy, you get to rearrange all the damage counters on your opponent's side of the field, like Meowstic, but on a basic Pokemon. And for 1 more energy, but with Dimension Valley and Expanded and Metagross, etc., it's going to be nice and easy. We are still waiting for our first print of this. Japan is getting a Fairy-type reprint in Sun and Moon 4+, and they are getting just an alternate art reprint in this particular pack. So before we get one of these brilliant Tapu Lele cards, Japan is getting 3 prints of it, which is frankly annoying. Yeah. It makes me a little bit sad as well. Never mind, apparently Japan is just loved more than us. But this gives more weight to my it's not been banned, it's not been indefinitely forever delayed theory, because you know what? Why would they still be printing new versions of it in Japan if it was so good it was going to be banned? Not buying it, ladies and gentlemen, not buying it. There is also a reprint of the Tapu Fini, which is coming in Sun and Moon 4+. Now, I did do a video about this one recently. Again, I'll pop a link in the description. We don't need to spend ages looking at it. It's alright as a water-type attacker. I mean, remember, it can use double colourless, it can use Aqua Patch, and if you get free energy on there, 120 damage if you've healed one of your Pokemon this turn. And I should mention at this stage that, of course, we've got Manaphy from Shining Legends, which is really good at healing your Pokemon. Didn't mention that in the first Tapu Fini video. Let me correct myself now by talking about it here. So they get reprints of Tapu Lele and Tapu Fini. They also get a reprint of Tapu Bulu, you can see. And what's really weird, if you look at the box, it clearly shows all 4 of the Alolan Guardians. And then Solgaleo and Lunala. But if you look at this picture, it only actually shows 3 of them. So we assume there's going to be a Tapu Koko coming. It wouldn't surprise me if it was a reprint of the promo Tapu Koko, but then again, it could just as easily be a reprint of the GX. We don't know. If it's big enough to get its own video, it'll get its own video. If not, I'll pop it in the next news video as soon as we know. Either way, I'm going to let you know which of the Tapu Kokos gets reprinted. Given that the Tapu Fini and Tapu Lele are alternate art reprints, if the Tapu Koko is an alternate art reprint, we will be getting it. Or maybe we already have, because of course, we've had 2 artworks of the Tapu Koko promo. Now, also in this set, you're getting a new Rockruff and a new Lycanroc, and I'm really torn on the new Rockruff. Because the first thing to say about it is, it's got 50 HP. 50 HP is not good. It makes it really susceptible to being KO'd. Something like, for instance, a Raikou with a Professor Kukui could take this bad boy down. He has no resistance to lightning. Oh well, never mind. Is a rock type, so maybe it should. Meh, we'll worry about that on a new day. 50 HP is very, very low, and of course, there is a 70 HP Rockruff running around, so for that reason, ladies and gentlemen, I really cannot recommend playing a 50 HP Rockruff. But here's the thing. It's got a really good attack. Now, the Rockruff everyone generally plays is this one from Guardians Rising. Corner's quite a good attack to stop your opponent retreating. And double colourless on a coin flip can do 30. KO something like a Zorua, which is going to be incredibly important because Zoroark's going to see a huge amount of play. Well, this one does 30 for a double colourless, and there is no coin flip. Plus, the artwork is frankly adorable. But it's got 50 HP. So the reason we're spending more than just a second or two talking about this Rockruff, the attack is really good. And could really help you getting early prizes. Because Lycanroc needs double colourless. Therefore, you're likely to be playing double colourless if you're playing Rockruff. And this could KO a Zorua. And it could get you some cheeky prizes in the early game. But 50 HP is almost embarrassingly low. If you can give away the extra 10 HP, fine. Otherwise, go for the 60. Although I should mention that the difference between 50 and 60 is not as big as the difference between 60 and 70. With things like Decidueye's Feather Arrow and Tapu Koko's Flying Flip, we generally work in 2s at the moment. So going from 60 to 70 is a huge deal. 50 to 60, not so much. I do like the attack, but 50 HP makes me nervous. Now, we are also getting a new Lycanroc, which has got the exact same attack, and I mean, it's even called the same, it's called Bite, 30 for a double colourless, but if you pop 2 fighting and a colourless, you get to do 90 damage, and if you flip a coin, you get to do an extra 30. Now, compared to the other non-GX Lycanroc, this could actually be quite good, because of course 110 is a magic number in order to one-hit KO a Zoroark GX. Although to be fair, both the other Lycanrocs can do it with a choice band, and the Lycanroc from Burning Shadows not only has a really good Dangerous Claws attack, 60 damage for 1 energy to a basic, but then you've also got Corner, which can use double colourless and will get a KO with a choice band. I really don't like this Lycanroc. I think if you're playing a non-GX Lycanroc, you should be playing the one from Burning Shadows. By which I mean the Midnight form from Burning Shadows, because we actually got one of each. So this is a very exciting set over in Japan at the moment. I mean, they're getting these Rockruff and Lycanroc, and they're getting the reprints and all of that, and that is lovely. But prepare to be a little bit sad, because these kind of awesome products they get in Japan generally don't come over here. We'll get all the promo cards. We will definitely get the promo cards, but we're not going to be getting this as a whole set, which just goes back to my statement at the beginning of the video that at this stage it seems like Japan is just actively mocking us. In very little news, the Ultra Prism logo has been revealed. I told you on my previous video about how Pokemon have sent out emails telling us how they're going to make sure that in the future these staff cards don't end up getting sent and all bent. I did a video about how Pokemon are listening. Check the link in the description. Well, also in that email, according to the people who got the email, I don't run my own shop, but the Ultra Prism logo was revealed. It looks like this. There's very little to say about this. It's kind of Prism-y themed. Of course it is. The good news is, we know how Ultra Prism works. We know. The Crimson Invasion, I'm sorry, I look at the Ultra Beast and I don't see Crimson as an overriding theme here. I get that Invasion means the Ultra Beasts are coming in. Crimson Invasion still doesn't make much sense to me. I've heard about 20 million different theories. None of them make much sense. I don't get it as a set name. It's a bit weird. Ultra Prism, on the other hand, that makes perfect sense to me. It's to do with Ultra Beasts, and it's to do with Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and Solgaleo and Lunala are mixed with Necrozma, who's basically a bunch of prisms, so Ultra Prism makes perfect sense. And that really is the news for today, ladies and gentlemen. I wanted to share this new set with you that they're getting in Japan. This new kind of box. It's very upsetting. They are mocking us, but we will get the promo cards. That's okay. And I wanted to show you the Ultra Prism logo, but I really couldn't make my own video out of the logo. That just seems a little bit weird. So we knocked it into this one. I hope that's alright with you, ladies and gentlemen. So, make sure you pop a comment down below. Tell me what you think of all of these promos. How mad are you that Japan is getting their third Tapu Lele while we're still waiting for the first one? Would you play the 50 HP Rockruff because of the situationally good attack? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Go nuts. Be nice. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWassy, and Twitch at twitch.tv/PTCGRadio. That's where the live action happens. If you want to support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and so on, you can do so at patreon.com/PTCGRadio. But by far the most important thing, as always, is to look after yourselves until next time. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.